In Chapter 2, we took a look at measures of central tendency like mean, median, and mode, and also measures of dispersion like variance and standard deviation. For this data analysis, we are going to take a look at a scale variable to determine what kind of mean, median, and mode it has, as well as the variance and standard deviation. We'll also produce a histogram that will help us with the inspection and kind of put a little bit of graphical representation to our statistics, as well as a frequency table in case we have multiple modes. That way we can take a look and see which numbers are the mode. So we're going to use the variable social interactions, which is based on the number of social interactions that 94 people had per week. So the first person had 48 social interactions, the second had 15, and so on. Let's go ahead and take a look at how we look at the statistics for this analysis by going to Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, Frequencies. I'm going to select the variable social interactions, and I'm going to click on the statistics button to tell me so I can tell it which statistics to run. I want the mean, median, mode. I also want the standard deviation and the variance, and we can use the range. That's okay too. Yeah, we can do minimum and maximum because we know that one as well. Let's go to Continue, and let's ask SPSS to produce a histogram, and click Continue. And it's automatically going to produce a frequency table for us. If we click OK, we'll get some output. And here's our output. We have 94 cases. The mean of the 94 people who reported their social interactions was 17.39. So on average, there were 17.39 social interactions per week. The median is 16.5, and the mode is 8, meaning that the most frequently occurring number of social interactions was 8. There is a superscript A here that refers to the note, multiple modes exist, the smallest value is shown, meaning that the mode that has the smallest value is 8. So 8 is a mode. There are other modes as well that we have to kind of track through the frequency table to find. So let's find 8. So the number of people that had 8 social interactions was 6. So we need to find any other number of social interactions among these that also has 6. So I see 10. So if 6 people had 10 social interactions. And if I scan down through here, let's see, I don't think that I see any more. So there are 2 modes, 8 and 10. So if you had 8 social interactions per month per week, or 10 social interactions per week, you are in the mode. That means that you have the highest frequency. The standard deviation of these scores is 11.55. So on average, each score is 11.55 social interactions away from the mean of 17.39. So when you report the standard deviation, you can also indicate that that means that it is 11.55 or whatever your number is, units away from the mean on average. The variance, which is the standard deviation squared, is 133.403. The range is 47, which means that the maximum number minus the minimum number is 47. Although it's not required, you can look at your histogram and kind of get some confirmation. Now, a note about the standard deviation that's reported here is that the standard deviation in SPSS is based on the sample standard deviation. We've been calculating population standard deviation, and that's fine. You will report the standard deviation that SPSS produces. We won't talk about the difference in depth until Chapter 8, which is about single sample t-tests. But for now, it's okay to report this as a standard deviation, even though it's not going to be exactly the same as the way that we hand calculate it. It'll be close, it just won't be perfect. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out and have fun with this.